Howdy howdy, I'm back with another one of these. This time we have a special type of doll. We have a mashup of like 3 different dolls, one of which I have no idea the actual name of. The body is a Great Scurrier Reef thing from someone, I'm assuming Laguna, with abdominal hands and another Laguna head. This one from like the, what was it called? The Shriek-wrecked Laguna head. I gotta be honest, I haven't really been in the doll scene before even starting this, so trying to determine each individual doll is a feat. At least for me. I'm also the person who can't figure out, like, the actors' actual names, but I know which character they played, so that's a normal thing for me anyway. But I've done enough blabbering on, let's get started! Maybe when it's not almost 2 a.m. So after doing the whole rerouting prep and face cleaning, I went ahead and put some fabric over the elbows, since my technique for getting the Abby hands onto that body, it sort of worked, but it was still pretty loose and jiggly and I wanted to get some reinforcement, but make it look cool at the same time. Just like with Bright and her big meaty hands, it did kind of limit the movement a bit, but it's just enough to still work. The body and head also got some paint jobs so that the disparate parts could match a bit better. Now, part of the reason I did the body first rather than the head this time is that I had gotten a rerouting tool from the Doll Planet, and it took a few days to come in, so when I finally got to it, I was so excited, ready to go, and rerouting's really weird. It took me a minute to figure it out, but I've been messing with it off screen for a bit, and I actually kind of like doing it now. Just like with Tori, I had a similar problem where I overcompensated for the length, at least in the case of this raveled yarn look. So like partway through this, I had to chop it down a bit. Even though I had no intention of combing the hair out, I went ahead and put glue in the plugs anyway, just to be sure none of them fell out. And then it was time for her face-up, which is actually one of my simpler designs, all things considered. Although I did try to give her purple lipstick, and once again, I just didn't like it. Someday I'll figure that out. And after trimming that huge amount of hair, just a bit more, she was all set. I think I'm gonna name her Melody. Because Melody the Mishmash has a nice ring to it, and it also follows my alliteration rule. The hair punching part took a bit, but it helped that I had a Starfinder campaign one of those nights. Of course, now whenever I think about punching in the hair part, I'll think about my character dying in the finale. It's okay, he reincarnated. But it's kind of like knitting or just sewing where you can kind of pay attention to it, but really, as long as you have like a good video, like say, watching other doll customizers, you're pretty much set for the night. My mom says her hair looks like it's flowing underwater, and I dig that. I'm going to roll with that. So yeah, that's it for now. This is one of the shorter ones only because it wasn't as labor intensive outside of the hair part. I think I'm going to make some dolls off screen because actually filming it is starting to get a little bit tedious. And also I want to experiment a bit before I really tackle something cool I wanted to try. So I guess I'll see you guys until the next video, whatever that is. Later. Also, real quick, I'm just going to shamelessly self-promote here. If you're a doll customizer or any sort of toy customizer that's just happened to stumble upon this, I do have resin cloth body dolls. And I personally paint them with just acrylics and do some simple stuff, but if you want to try your hand at your own style of it, I do have blank versions that I can offer to you. Not that you have to be a toy customizer to be into this stuff, because, like, it's not that limited, but I also have some other stuff for anyone who's interested in my quirky little stuff, like resin cats, stuffed animals, some sock rabbits, and even some prints of my webcomics. If that sounds cool, just head on over to Manycat Crafts over on Etsy and we can work something out. I am just about glued to my phone at this point, so if you message me on there, I'll probably catch you real quick. So anytime you want to talk or want to buy something, I am totally down. Or if you want to help promote by word of mouth, that would be awesome. I'm totally chill with that. Anyway, that's it. Promotional stuff's very weird. I'm so sorry. Have a good night.